Hey folks, thanks for joining us today. Let's make sure our live stream is running. Make sure you can see it on all platforms. Yes. Okay, we're up. Thanks for joining us. It is Digital Inclusion Week 2025, and we are excited to share day 2 of our free resource highlights. These are resources that are already out there, already available, that you can put into use right away in your library to up your game as far as what you're doing on closing the digital divide. So let's go ahead and get started with today's resource. I am excited to share with you some community access checklists. So these are checklist tools that you can use in determining what kind of digital access, what kind of opportunities to participate in the online world your community already has, what resources are there to support them in that access, and then looking at those checklists, you can identify those gaps more clearly so that you can target your programs or your offerings or your support or whatever it is, you can target it toward those gaps. So I've got 2 checklists for you. They are both through the National Digital Inclusion Alliance, or NDIA. Their website is digitalinclusion.org, and you're going to find both of these resources on digitalinclusion.org/resources. So check that out. Go find these links. We'll put the links in the video chat as well. And we'll also put these links in our roundup at the end of this week, where we'll put together all of these videos and direct links to all of these resources. So keep an eye out for that. So once again, you're going to digitalinclusion.org/resources. So the first so if you're navigating through their website, if you end up here on the resource page, you're going to see this option to search the resource library, and they've got a few filter options so that you can narrow it down to exactly what you're looking for. I want to highlight 2 in particular, so I'll just take you directly to them. You can search their names, or you can go toggling through all of their options on the website to find them. So first off, this checklist, the title of it, the official title, is Digital Skills for Diverse Users Checklist, but I kind of, for this video, I kind of want to repurpose it and retitle it Digital Skills Curriculum Checklist. It's the same thing. I mean, this is what it's officially called. This is what it really is in my mind. So this is a checklist of what kinds of teaching and learning opportunities and what kinds of resources and support are offered to your community to help them build digital skills. And so if you pull up this checklist on NDIA's website, you're going to have all of these categories. And I know this is small text, but for an example here under gateway skills, it lists basic internet searching, set up an email account, things like that. And so then you follow these lines across from what the skill is to a little, checkbox on the side. And so if you offer this in your curriculum or in your library, in your programming, whatever, then you would check it off. And so you go through this whole list, you get to the end of it, and then you have this nice little, these big blank boxes that can jump out at you and say, hey, actually, our community doesn't have any kind of resource to support this. Maybe this is something we should consider offering, whether that's a one-time class to kind of gauge interest, or you maybe add some links to videos like from Digital Learn, which is from PLA, links to videos to build those skills through your website because you're recognizing, oh, well, these things aren't offered in our curriculum. Either way, it's a good way to spot those gaps in what support is out there. And then the second tool is the Individual and Household Technology Checkup Tool. Again, this is the name of it. So if you search this on NDIA's website, you're going to find this tool, or if you go toggling through those filters, you'll come up with this. So this one, now there's some things I really love about it, and there's some things that I would suggest you maybe approach a little bit differently, but the tool itself is fantastic. So for some of the questions, we've got these nice convenient boxes. Like this question, it asks, how regularly do you use the internet? And so then the person is going to check, I'm a regular user, I use this sometimes, whatever the appropriate thing is. On the other hand, some questions are more fitting for a very in-depth discussion, like an intake interview, if you were in a digital navigator program, that type of thing. If you're planning to spend more one-on-one time with the individual, then you can see it's going through this long list of text questions. And it's a little overwhelming for a person to do it on their own. You're definitely going to want to, walk through this with the person. In some cases, you might not need to go through all of this. This might point you towards the types of questions you need to ask that then give you a sense. But wherever possible, you're going to be able to use these boxes and get them to assess themselves, to say, yes, I have access to this, or I don't. I don't use this even though I do have access, that kind of thing. And then that is going to give you a sense of their household and as an individual, what kind of tech they have available to them. So then once again, you can see from their answers on this checklist where maybe you want to be providing, say, device checkout programs, or maybe where you want to offer devices that are available in the library. Maybe that's a desktop, that there just aren't desktops in your community, and so that is what you need to provide in the library. Or maybe everyone's got computers at home. Having a public computer lab in the library isn't really necessary anymore, but you learn that nobody has tablets. So maybe it's worth having, a cart of tablets that are available in the library, that type of thing. So it can give you some really good information on what individual and household access looks like. So once again, to access these resources, you are going to digitalinclusion.org/resources. I am also going to link directly to each of these 2 checklists in the video description and in our roundup at the end of this week. So that's what we've got for today for our free resource, something that's already out there, already available to help you celebrate Digital Inclusion Week in style a little bit more. And we hope that we get to see you again tomorrow as we highlight another resource and another way that you can take a step forward in closing the digital divide for your community. Hope you're enjoying Digital Inclusion Week, and we'll see you again tomorrow.